Welcome back. Not used to being on the rooftop to talk to you, Mike, but I have my hair back,
lovely.
so there isn't the breeze. Morning to you.
It looks lovely. How are you?
Thanks. How was your weekend?
It was fine, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Up to anything crazy, or your wild Eppel ways?
No. It's just it's. I wish I could say yes, we did this. No, we didn't do much of anything.
You know what it is? What it is. This is the time just relax and enjoy the family, right?
Working on small little projects around the house, doing stuff like that. Went for a drive on Saturday and didn't do much otherwise. Did see a lot of traffic, though, I will say that.
Oh, my gosh. We'll talk to Stefan about that in just a second, because traffic, you're right, it is significantly higher, the volume.
I think a lot of people were getting out into, just going for drives out of the city and doing that kind of thing. And
100%.
Some of these trends about, real estate sales in cottage country and Halliburton and these things that are starting to ramp up a little bit.
You're right. You're absolutely right. We want to start things off with retail, though, because Walmart, this is your top story this morning.
Yeah, they just announced a $3.5 billion with a B, billion-dollar renovation plan for their Canadian operations, Melanie. This is a 5-year program that Walmart Canada will basically be putting more money into what has been the fastest growing segment of the business with the COVID-19 pandemic, e-commerce. They are looking at building new distribution centers, one in Vaughan, which, according to the company, will open in 2024. I mean, this is, again, it's a 5-year program, so it doesn't just happen overnight, but at the same time, lots of money being spent by Walmart Canada in a distribution center in Vaughan, another one in Surrey, BC. All of this to accelerate e-commerce. That's one aspect of this, but in the stores themselves, a lot more technology. Fewer touch points. What have we been talking about? Don't touch anything when you're shopping as much as maybe you did before. So, digitization is a key to this. Jobs being created in the process. Walmart has seen huge growth in its operations, as has Amazon. Let's, face it that, the changing landscape of retail has been accelerated to the nth degree through the COVID-19 pandemic, and Walmart putting a lot of money into its Canadian operations here over the next number of years. Yeah,
everyone's going to need to do that shift too. Vaccine hopes that everyone's talking about. When will we see an end? And even if we do have a vaccine, it's not the be-all and end-all too.
No, and it's going to take time, right, to get the number of doses required when and if these vaccine trials, which are in stage 2, set to move to stage 3, it takes months. Having said that, things today from technology and medical advances are much more accelerated than they have ever been. I mean, the fact that they're already at these stage 2 trials for a COVID-19 vaccine is remarkable in and of itself. It used to be, multiple years. Now it's months. But AstraZeneca and Oxford University are today expected to give their latest update. They were at the forefront of this. It'll be reported in the Lancet Medical Journal out of the UK, and that's expected to be a little later on this afternoon. So that, combined with the Moderna study, the Medicago study out of Montreal, it's a positive. We'll take it. Certainly the market has, and we're seeing that play itself out a little bit this morning.
Yeah, there's a lot of money in this and a lot of hope in this as well, I should say. Finally, we only have time for one more story, but let's talk about Disney and a change in their strategy here.
Yeah, and this looks to be tied to a number of big companies pulling back their ad spending in a boycott format related to Facebook and Facebook's controlling of hate speech. This had been a thing that had been developing over the past several weeks with corporate America saying, okay, money talks, and Facebook, you have to change your algorithms to some extent. And now Disney reportedly has pulled back on its ad spend, and it was the biggest corporate spender on Facebook, on the platform, in the first half of this year, so it is not insignificant. We're trying to determine how much money we're actually talking about here, but anyway, we have this, again, pushback when we're talking about social media, where the money goes, who controls what, and how everything is done from a technological standpoint. And it's going to be interesting to see how investors certainly react to that today.
Absolutely, Mike. As always, a pleasure. We'll talk to you same time, which is a different time, but same time tomorrow. A little earlier. You're up anyway. Thanks, Mike.
That's right. Thank you.
Now we go